grow tall through the top back side of your spine and feel that length of your body. Let's take a big deep breath in. On the exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, pull them back, and then pull the ribs down. We're gonna do that one more time. Big deep breath in. Exhale, hands apart, squeeze the shoulder blades, but pull those ribs in. And then we start a step touch. With that step touch, you're just gonna swing your arms side to side. In a moment, we're gonna take 2 steps to the right. I'll count it down. 4, 3, 2 to the right. Very nice. We're going to stay here now, back to the step touch. Then we're going to press our arms in front. And we're going to add a toe hop in front. Then we're going to press those arms up and add a knee lift. Point your toes, be strong through those legs. 4, 3, hold the arms up, please. And then we pull them down. Good. You're going to keep pulling those arms down, but up and over. Then you're going to crisscross your torso with your opposite knee. In a moment, we're going to stay on the right knee and we'll double time that in 4, 3, 2, right only, double time. Two more. Beautiful. Step touch again. Sorry, sloppy transition there. In a moment, 2 steps left. In 4, 3, 2 left. All right, stay in place, step touch again. Press those arms forward, add a toe tuck forward, please. Arms up. Knees follow. Hold those arms up, pull them down. Then we cross up and over. And again, in a moment, we'll stay on the left this time and double time that. 4, 3, 2. Two more. Beautiful. Step touch only, shoulder rolls. One arm. Good. 4, 3, 2, legs wide, abs drawn in. We're just going to do a little reminder as we plie, bend those knees and make sure those knees are coming right over your feet. So you don't want to have, not trying to walk a tightrope. And the tailbone is under you. So you're going down an imaginary wall. As you just come up and down, knees wide. Good. Keep that going, please. Adding on, a little arm work if you want. Just little port de bras arms. Keep those ribs pulled down. You could come up on your toes when you come up. Or if you wanted to practice some balance, you could stay on your toes the whole time, increasing the work in the quads. Or if that bugs your calves, you can keep your heels down the whole time. So feeling it in your quads, maybe a little in your booty, a little in your calves. 4 more. 3. Last 2. Last one, come down. Keep your heels raised, pull your abs in, lower, lengthen your tailbone. Come down one more inch, drop your heels and lift them. So working just the calves, but also feeling those quads if you're down in a position low enough to feel them. 4, 3, 2, step touch. 4, 3, 2, just angle yourself, turn your back toes in, get a little quick stretch of those calves. Front leg is bent, and then flip it the other way. Just a quick little calf stretch. We'll be working those calves more. Beautiful. Let's engage our upper body just a little bit. So you're gonna bring your chair handy. You can take your ball and just bring it between your thighs for now, just for some inner thigh awareness. We're gonna do some tricep push-ups. So we're gonna come forward. We're gonna bring our body in a plank position. So shoulders are right above your hands, pressing through the heels. Take that booty, tuck it under, pull those ribs in, and then bend and straighten the arms. Elbows come backwards and graze your rib cage. Keep those ribs pulled in. Think plank in your body. Almost there. Good. Last one. Hold it down. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Drop 1 inch. Come up an inch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Walk it back. Bend those knees. Drop the hands. Shake those arms out. Hands on your thighs. Tailbone long. Big deep breath in. Quick little stretch for those triceps. Right hand to your right shoulder and let it go. Left hand to your left shoulder. Just a little quick start there. Roll those shoulders out of your ears. All right, let's flip that chair around. We'll use it for some balance for this next one. Ball goes back between your thighs. And we are going to come up on our toes for this one. And then again, you want to have that imaginary wall. As you bend your knees, let them come slightly forward. Tailbone is long, so not a booty out squat, and lift. As you come up, I want you to tighten your squeeze on the ball. So lower and tighten to lift. You're only going to come down enough that you feel some quad work, but not knees. And you're mostly up on your toes the whole time. If that's bugging you, you can go here. You just won't get quite the same range of motion. If you feel those knees, give that ball an extra squeeze. No, this is not the day I'm rhyming the entire time. But I'm going to keep these in mind because one of these days I'm going to do a class all in Seuss. 4 more. 3. Last 2. The last one, just turn and face me. Put your weight on your right leg, bend that knee, left leg is going to lift up and then straighten both and squeeze the ball. Open and close. Open and close. Feel the right quad. Feel those inner thighs as you squeeze back together. Good. Two more here. Good. On this last one, sit into it. Keep that right knee bent. Try not to lean on the chair too much. I think I was. Tuck your hip underneath you. Left leg. Squeeze it in. Can you bend a little deeper in that right knee and still squeeze? Is your booty out? Can you tuck it a little? And bring that up. All right. Shift that chair over to the other side if you might need it for balance. Sit into that, bend your left knee, extend your right leg, and then as you come up, you squeeze them together. You probably don't even need that chair. So left knee bends, right leg reaches, and then squeezes in. Almost here. Good. Last one. Stay down. Lift that leg. Bend this knee. Squeeze in. Squeeze, squeeze. And relax. All right. So now we're gonna put that ball behind our right leg, in that knee, and you wanna tuck your heel as close to your hip as you can. And then look and see if that knee is in front of you. I want you to pull it slightly behind the left knee and bend the left knee. All right, so we're not here, we're long. All we're gonna do to start with a hamstring curl. So heel is coming towards my hip, and again, that knee isn't ahead, it's slightly behind the other knee. For a little added love, squeeze the knees together, and you're gonna engage those medial hamstrings, the ones closest to the other. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I want you to push your heel back and then come just to the back of the left knee. Push back. Push back. Two more. Now we put those two things together. Push back, give it a squeeze. Push back, squeeze it. Push back, squeeze. Push back, squeeze. Almost there. 2 more. All right, we're gonna really annoy this leg. So just so you know, now we're gonna bend that right or left knee even deeper, and we're gonna hinge forward, but you're not rounding, extending. You lift that leg up part of the way. Go back to that hamstring curl, in. Good, leave it there. Press the heel to the sky. Press the heel to the sky. Press the heel to the sky. Two more like this. Good, now we put those together. Push up, squeeze in. Push up, squeeze in. Hold that squeeze at the top for just a second. Two more here. All right, we are not done on that leg. Scoot your chair farther away. Lengthen your spine so you are now parallel with the ground. Lift that right leg up parallel with the ground, and you know it's coming. Squeeze in, hamstring curl. Good. Now we push that heel to the sky, push up. Small range of motion, we're not coming all the way down. We put those together, push up, squeeze in, up and in, up and in. Last 2. Oh, I hope you guys felt those. I am dying. Right leg, bring it up, out on an angle. Bend your left knee a whole bunch. Send your tailbone up. If it's rolled under, you're avoiding that hamstring stretch, even if you need to bend your right knee. And then roll your toes up and sit back, flat back, not rounded, but extended. Toes down, bring them up, bring them down. Bring that right leg across the left. Tailbone up and out. Ooh, roll it under. Up and out one more time. And then take that right foot down in front of the left. And you're gonna go to the left and then to the right. One more stretch on this side before we get to do all of that on the other side. Hopefully I'll remember. Left leg crosses over right. Tailbone out, because you were stabilizing on that side. You might feel that in your glutes. Roll it under and extend it out. All right, yippee. Yep, other side. Okay, so we start with the ball behind our left leg. We bend into our right knee. We make sure the knee isn't ahead of the right knee, it's slightly behind. Abs in, tailbone long, hamstring curl. Good. From there, push straight back. And again, it's straight back and then just down, not all the way forward. We put those together, squeeze, push back, squeeze up, push and squeeze, push and squeeze, push and squeeze. Almost there. All right, now we're going to slide the chair a little ahead, drop into it, not all the way up, fortunately. You know that's coming though. Fast little hamstring curls. Good, press up, press up. Almost there. And now we put those together. Push up, squeeze in, up, in, up, in. Almost there. 2 more. All right, now we slide that chair way out ahead. We try to get parallel to the ground and we start hamstring in and squeeze and squeeze. Good, now we push up. Heel presses to the sky. And now we put those together, lift up, squeeze in, lift up, squeeze in, lift and squeeze, lift and squeeze. Two more. And bring it up. Oh. All right, left leg out on an angle, bend the right knee. Send that tailbone up in the air to get that hamstring stretch. Ooh. Roll those toes up. Roll them down. Bring it up. We're going to bring that left leg across the right, tailbone long, and then round it under and extend it. Good. And then the left leg goes across the right, the ankle to the right, and then to the left. And then finally, we cross the right over the left, tailbone long, and round it under. Extend it out again. Ooh, and bring it up. Are we finished yet? That was a lot already, it feels. By the way, no, we are not. We're going to do some tricep dips here. So you're going to sit towards the front of your chair. Put that ball between your knees for me, please. Palms are facing each other and hands are at the edges of the chair. Your shoulders probably want to roll, so open them, lift your chest. Scoot your hips forward, but don't lift them up, right? Just scoot them off the end of the chair and then bend and straighten your arms. Now, if you really want to work on your form, stay close. If you want a little more challenge, you start to walk your feet away, but you need to make sure that the hips stay back. Keep it going, please. Beautiful. Whew, bring that up. Shake those arms out. This time, right arm goes to the left shoulder and give it a tug. Nice. And then left arm to the right shoulder, please. And shake that out. All right. Come on up off of that, please. And we're coming back to the ball between both legs. But this time we're going to do our legs, our feet in a little bit of turnout, right? So toes are turned out slightly. And we're going to roll up on those toes, and then we're going to try to bring our heels as close together as possible. Now, this ball is pretty big, so I'm getting my heels as close as possible. Heels are lifted. I'm going to bend my knees outward over the toes and squeeze up and in. Bend, squeeze up and in. I'm staying up on the toes the whole time. If you feel this too much in your knees, you're going to go a little more parallel. And it doesn't have to be a big range of motion. Some of you will be able to get a big range of motion, but you want to feel those thighs and then also inner thighs as you come up. Whatever you want with your arms. If you don't need the chair for balance, that's fine. Arm movement or stable or, a finger there for balance, you decide. 2 more. Last one, stay up. Legs are straight. We're up on those heels. Squeeze the ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inner thigh. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Bring those heels down. Bring your weight onto your right leg. Bring that left leg slightly in front, and it's in the air. Simple calf raise, right? So we're going to roll up on the left or right toes, sorry. Lifting, lifting. Left foot is just staying off the ground. And then just notice how much pressure you do or don't have on that right side. Try and make it as light as possible. 2 more. Good. Stay up and we pulse. 3, 2, and 1. We'll stretch those in just a minute. Let's just do the other side. So now your weight is on your left foot. Right leg is slightly in front. You just roll that ball around. And then we roll up on those left toes and lift and lower through the heel. Again, light with your left hand. Nice job, y'all. Two more. Good. Roll up. Stay up. Little pulses. And relax. All right. We're going to stretch that out for our calves. You can just put the ball down. Let's face both feet ahead with your right leg slightly ahead of the left. And then step back with your left. Make sure your feet are still pointing forward. And then bend your right knee and lunge into a stretch. Let that left heel stay down. Try not to hinge at your hips. So booty is with you. And then bend that back knee a little bit, deepen the stretch. Roll up on your toes. Turn the toes in and the heel out. And then press that left heel down, still lunging into that bent right knee. Bend that left knee. And then roll up. Now you're going to turn your toes out and your heel in, and your hip might want to go with you. So push your left hip forward, lunge into your right leg, feel that stretch, press that left heel down. Even think about maybe rolling back on the outside of the heel, not just the inside, and then bend that knee. And bring that up. Right leg straight back, left leg forward, lunge into that left knee, press that right heel down. Again, make sure your booty is with you, not sticking out. Bend that right knee for a slightly deeper stretch, please. Roll up on the toes. Turn your toes in and your heel out and lunge. And again, think about pressing weight this time towards the inside of your arch and then bend that knee. And then we'll roll up, toes turn out. Maybe bring your right hip forward a little bit and lunge and keep weight in the outside of that right ankle. Bend the knee for a deeper stretch. Woo. All right. One last thing before we kind of head down to the ground. You won't need your ball with you at all. So this is that deltoid push-up. So it's not going to look the same as a regular push-up. Just quickly watch if you haven't done these with me before. You're gonna have a fairly wide stance with your arms and you're in a pike position. And you're not gonna shift your weight forward. You're just gonna bring your head down towards the ground by bending and straightening your arms. And when you're ready, go ahead and join me. So it's almost like a down dog, but you bend and straighten your arms and nothing else moves. I know my hip is moving, but I'm not shifting my weight forward and back. And let's come down. Oh, all right, if your chair is still handy, you can use that for a stretch. If it's not, don't worry. Rotate your thumbs to the sky and then drop your chest in between. And that should help open up that chest and shoulders at least a little bit. If you have that chair there, otherwise it's going to be the floor. Leave your right hand where it is. Slide your left hand through, palm to the sky, and drop down. So twisty, twisty, shoulder stretch with the chair. And then press up. Left hand in the chair, right hand palm up, slides underneath, and you can drop your head onto your ear. And bring that up. All right, we have one little quad set here, everyone's favorite, I'm sure. You're gonna bring that ball or pillow or whatever underneath, either center it, that was the ball, by the way, or sit on it with your left hip a little more. Then you're gonna take your right leg, it's not straight in front of you, it's not way out to the side, maybe bisect that angle. And then sit up as tall as you can. You might in a moment need to use your fingertips to sit even taller. Point that right leg, rotate it open so you can see the seam of your pants. And now, big deep breath in, elongate, and lift the leg off the ground. What? And now flex it and point it, and flex it and point it. Sitting up tall as you can. Good. Leave the toes pointed, lift them 1 inch. Lift 1 inch. Lift 1 inch. Good. Bend the leg, straighten it, extend it, reach through the toes. Now flex the heel and lift 1 inch. I hope y'all are feeling these. And then bend the knee and push the heel, press. And relax. Woo. Let's stretch that leg by bringing that right quad, knee behind the hip a little bit. And we're going to come off the ball so it's not too weird of a stretch here. And then just drop over onto your left elbow. Roll your hip forward to get a deeper stretch and bring that arm up. Maybe open to the back of the room for a moment. Really opening up. And then as you come forward, tuck your ribs and hips together and feel that deeper hip flexor stretch. All right. Lucky us, we get to do the other side. So pop yourself up on that ball. Again, it can be centered or slightly under your right glute. Left leg is part of the way open. Roll it open so you see the seam of your pants. Point the toes, elongate through your spine and through your leg, lift it off the ground. Flex it and point it. Don't forget to breathe. I'm saying that to myself. Keep the toes pointed, lift 1 inch. Good. Bend, straighten, straighten. Flex the heel in, lift. Almost there. Bend the knee and push, push. And relax. Bring that left leg so the knee is kind of behind the hip. Everything else is 90-degree angles. Square your hips up so you're not rolled back on your glutes. Arm up, maybe open to the back. And as you come to center, tuck the rib and hip a little closer together. All right, let's roll over onto our spine. We're going to work the booty a little bit more, but we're going to work it from a lying down position. So just take a moment, breathe in and out. And then when you're ready, you're gonna put the ball where your feet would be for a bridge, but you're gonna put both feet on that bridge, on that ball. So, and then I want you to roll the ball about 2 inches ahead of you. So my toes are now off the ball and my heels are pressed into it. Find a neutral spine by tucking your hips under and then tipping your hips out. And then pull halfway in, ribs come towards your hips, not a complete pelvic tilt. Hands on the ground, bring your knees into parallel, they're probably gapping open, mine were, and then lift up. And that should be already kind of a challenging bridge, feeling your hamstrings and your glutes engaged. You could try lifting one arm at a time. You could try, on a very wobbly ball today, you could try lifting both arms and see how that is for you. Just stabilizing here. If you're able to do that, or even if you aren't, if your hands are back down, give me another lift. An extra inch. Squeeze up, squeeze up, squeeze up, lift. Almost there, 4 more. And relax. Woo! We get a little break before we do a second set. Hands come around behind your hamstrings. Bring those knees towards you. Take a little rock side to side. And then pull your knees away from you, let the tailbone be long. And then with the tailbone long, pull them back in again, flex through the heels, and then come back. All right, here's the fun one. I promise there'll be stages of it. Roll that ball so it's underneath your left foot, please. Use your right foot to help you lift up. Okay, no big deal so far. You could simply turn this into a hamstring curl by rolling the ball in and out, lifting your arms to make it a little more challenging. Or, sorry, you just need to center it up again. Or for more challenge, you bring that right foot off the ground and up in the air. And then you have options. You could still roll in and out. You could lift and lower. You could do a combination roll in, out, lift, lower. You could try hands free. Not going to happen for me today on this ball. And relax. Let's just get rid of that other leg. Not get rid of it. Let's work that other leg. So ball underneath the right foot, left foot next to it, lift it up. Arms up, option to just roll in and out, or if and when you're ready, left leg up, and then again, roll in and out, or poke a hole in the ceiling, or combination in, out, lift, lower. And come down. All right. We're doing that one more time. We're only doing 4 on whichever was your less stable side, right? So one of those, I'm guessing, didn't work out as well as the other. So bring that foot onto the ball and then do whichever version you want to do. You only have to do 4, whatever it is. And bring it down. Woo. All right. We're going to stretch those legs long and have that ball underneath your ankle and your heel, basically. Matter of fact, roll it up so it's a little more towards your ankle and your heel might be draped off. And I want you to bring your right knee into your chest, hug it in, let it move away, and point it straight up in the air. And then all you're going to do is push your left heel down into the ball. And you're going to use that to lift your hips. So it seems like a bridge, but I'm actually starting this by pushing down on the ball with my leg. So you should feel it more in your low back and glutes. And do what you need to do with that right leg. That's less important. It could be bent. That's a little easier on your spine and your hamstrings. And then I'm kind of lifting up and plunking down. So you can take the plunk away. And relax. Woo! Right leg goes out. And again, ankle is on that ball. Center it up. When you're ready, option to simply press up, right? Left foot on the ground. Or more challenge, left knee in and press up by pushing down into the ball. ball. And then that leg can be up, it can be in. And then try not to plunk. And I know you might be using your triceps some, that's okay. Although I'd prefer you use your low back and glutes. 2 more and 1. Oh. All right, let's get some ab work done and then we'll stretch those hamstrings out. First thing we're going to do is just that little awareness exercise. Put that ball either in the valley of your abdominals, so cradled by your hips, like in that pelvic girdle, and your belly button and your ribs, or if you don't have that valley, put it on your ribs and try and make it stay there, right? And just by sinking my abs in and making sure that ball doesn't move, already I feel challenged. If you're ready for more challenge, you're gonna lift your legs tabletop. That means knees right over your hips, thighs parallel to the ground, but the ball doesn't get to lean against them. And that should have more challenge. And then when you're ready, you go into your toe touch exercise. My valley just exploded. There we go. So thighs move away from the body. You're not just putting your toes on the ground, you're opening the angle of your hips. So you go bigger angle and then back up. Bigger angle and then back up. Beautiful. Ooh, take a little break. All right. Just bring that ball over your head for just a quick second. Back of the neck is long, just stretch out here. And then we're going to bring those legs tabletop. We're going to take that ball to the left thigh. I'm going to push against the thigh as hard as we can, squishing the ball, and equally match that pressure with the left thigh. Right leg extends, and we reach through those right toes. Stay here. Push on the ball with your hands and your thigh, both at the same time. No movement, just pressing, holding 4, 3, 2, 1. Move the ball to your right thigh. Tabletop position, left toes reach. Knee over thigh. I'm switching the ball. I'm using my triceps. I'm using my hip flexors. Inhale to switch. Exhale, reach through the right toes. Inhale to switch. Press against the right thigh. Left toes reach. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach. Inhale, switch, and exhale, reach. And keep that going for me. I know I took a break, but you guys are still going. Sorry. And relax, ball behind your knees. Hug them in, quick little break. Rock those hips side to side. All right, we are rolling onto our side. Bring your ball with you, please. If you have a thin mat, you might want to fold it just a little bit for extra cushioning for your elbow. And then we're going to be in a side plank. So legs extended or bent if you prefer to do a bent knee side plank. Shoulder pushes back, lift up out of it, engage those lats, a lot of space between your ears and shoulders. So option 1, I mentioned knees, all 10 toes would be up in the air and you'd come up here. Option 2, that top leg is in front with a wide stagger. Option 3, close stagger, and option 4, stack them up. Then I want you to put that ball where it barely touches some part of your body, just barely, and then indent the ball by 1/4 of an inch and then get off of it. Indent and lift, indent, indent, but make sure you're not squishing that ball. And relax, come on down. Now, you're going to repeat that if the next exercise feels a little bit unstable for you, because it is. You're going to do a balance if you want. The ball goes underneath your bottom leg, around the ankle. I left a lot of space so that my top foot will fit down that space, and then I come up in a side plank here. And you can just hold it, or you can roll the ball in and out for a little extra action, or again, go back to that previous exercise or previous position where you squeeze the ball. If you're holding, hold for 2 more seconds, and then come on in. And let's go to the other side. Again, fold up if you need that extra cushioning. Same thing on this side. First option is toes up in the air, sides of your thighs, wide stagger, close stagger, or stack. And then the ball is barely touching you. Give a squeeze lift. Beautiful. Option to stick with that, or to try the balance one by bringing that ball underneath the ankle of the bottom leg, and then the top leg crosses, get that foot on the ball, and then bring it up. And then again, you can stay there, you can roll it in and out. And then coming down, and we're rolling over onto our abs, please. We need to get a little bit of extension, always a nice thing to do. So bring that ball out in front of you, and your hands are on the ball. Lengthen out your feet so your toes are pointed, your ankles are pointed, your toenails are on the ground, not tucked. Then press down on the ball enough to lift your torso. And that's really all I want you to do right now. I don't want you to feel this in your low back. I want you to feel it in your upper back, that you have a little arch there. And then you're just going to roll the ball back. And again, emphasize the squeeze between your shoulder blades as much or more than lifting your low back. And then exhale down. Inhale, prepare, press down on the ball. Exhale, roll it back just a few degrees, squeeze the shoulder blades together, be strong in your arms, hold, and exhale down. Inhale, prepare by pressing down. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, hold at the top, push down, squeeze, and exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift, squeeze, inhale, hold, and exhale down. And keep that going for me, please. Beautiful. And relax. All right, let's do two more planks. Bring that ball underneath your belly button. Come down onto your forearms. Make sure your hands are skis, parallel with each other, not tripod. Shoulders right over your elbows. We're going to come into a forward plank. You choose, are you on the fronts of your thighs or are your toes tucked? And then be aware of that ball and see if you can move it, roll it forward and back by using either your ribs or the aura of your belly button. And drop down. We're going to take a quick rest back for just a second. And then we're going to put the ball where our ankles were a moment ago. Put either your ankles or the tops of your toes on that ball. Come back into your parallel arms. And when you're ready, come up in your plank. This is balance, so if you need to go back to the previous position, that's fine. Back of the neck is long, shoulders down to your ears. Option to pike, and then drive back into your plank. Pike it up, and drive into your plank. Or just hold it. And relax. All right, good news, resting position. You can put the ball, if you like, between your heels and your hips to give yourself a little extra space as you press back. Arms maybe come by your sides. You could reach down and give yourself a foot massage. And then come on up, shoulders down to your ears. Let's round through a kitty cat stretch and inhale into a cow. And then we're coming over onto our spine to stretch things out a bit. Ball behind your right knee. And then close down with your calf. Use your fingers on the edges of the ball and bring that right knee as close as you can, even if the tailbone rolls up. And then bring it over towards your right shoulder. Let the left knee open to the left. Now I want you to put your tailbone back down on the ground and then try and pull the knee in. Might not come as far, that's okay. Then flex through the right heel and press it slightly towards the sky, but keep the right knee where it was. And then finally flip the ball so it's up against that calf. And now you should be getting a pretty intense stretch here. Point the toes, flex them back towards your face, come to neutral, go in and go out. Point, flex, in, out, point, flex, out, in, flex, and then draw circles. And then we'll bend that knee again with the ball behind it. We're going to straighten out the left leg, flex through the heel, try and get the back of the left leg close to the ground. Bring that right knee across your body. Keep the right hip down slightly. Sorry, I think there's noise outside. There is noise outside. Fall over to your left side. Drop your right knee on that ball if you want, or if you don't need that support, drop your right knee all the way over in a deep twist. Right foot on the ground next to your left thigh, and then let it flop open. And then slide that left leg in and bring the ball behind the left knee and just hold it again, tucked under there for now. As you give yourself a nice thread the needle sort of a stretch by pressing the right leg open. And then close that gap completely, knee over knee. Let your hips circle the ceiling. And then arms into a T, knees drop left, please. As you come back through center, right foot goes on the ground and that left leg is ready for the nice stretch. So hug it in as close as you can towards your left shoulder. Tailbone might roll up, that's fine. And then roll the tailbone down, bring the knee back in. Flex through the heel, push the foot towards the sky, and keep the left knee in. And then roll the ball up. We're going to point it, we're going to flex it. We're going to turn it in and out. Point, flex, in, out. Point, flex, out, in, flex, and circle. And then bend that knee, straighten out your right leg, flex through the heel. Bring that left knee across your body. Oh, feel that stretch in that outer hip. And then let it drop to the right with the ball, supporting it if you like, or still behind the knee if you prefer. Come on back through center, put the left foot on the ground, open that knee, in the right knee, grab the ball behind it, let it just drape, and I'm going to press open with my left hand, and I'm going to give my foot a massage with my right hand. And then we're going to crisscross completely, hug the knees, arms into a T, and drop right. And then again, we'll press back through center. You won't need your ball anymore. When you're ready, make your way over onto your hands and knees. And let's undulate a cat-cow. So hands way out in front, inhale forward cow, and exhale back cat. And if you want, make it a little ziggy-zaggy, if that would feel good. Maybe loosen up different areas of your spine rather than just linear, but up to you. All right, and then we're going to tuck those toes. We're going to press up into a high plank and press back into a down dog. Walk your hands and feet a little closer together and paddle out those feet. Wide stance. Drop it over, nod yes, shake no, bend your knees, hands on your, or excuse me, elbows on your thighs, and then extend that spine in that cow stretch again. Round into your cat. And then inhale into your cow one more time. Elbows out, hands to your heart, big deep breath in, lift it up, and we curtsy. Curtsy. Thank you guys very much. Hang on, I have another OMG and the trivia answer. All right, so who has the answer to our trivia question?